Alrighty then. Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to list out my favorite and least favorite track in every Mario Kart game. If this video does well enough, I will do another video for retro tracks. But anyways, let's stop wasting time and get to Super Mario Kart. For Super Mario Kart, it was actually hard to choose a least favorite because besides the tracks that I like, they all just blend together. That being said, I chose Choco Island 2 over Ghost Valley track or Vanilla Lake 2 for two reasons. The first being, I do not like looking at the two Choco Island tracks, so their appearance gives me a bigger headache than most of the SNES tracks. And I don't like how dull the color scheme is, although that can also be said about most SNES tracks. The other reason I don't like this track at all is because of the large segment with mud. Before you say, but Diaz Luigi's Mansion is a great track and had a large mud segment, it happens to be the worst part of the track. The only thing that prevents me from putting a Ghost Valley in last is, I dislike them too, is that at least I find their track design a little bit more interesting with the falling railings and the feather shortcuts. I find that most people don't talk about the SNES Bowser Castles, which is a shame because I actually quite like them, especially 3. I find the music in this track great, and I love the part of the end with the jumps as it can split up traffic, which in this game is useful due to the comms cheat items. Plus, it's cool that they utilize a lot of jumps in an SNES track. Other tracks, though, I do like are Donut Plains 2 and 3 and Rainbow Road. I'm quite a fan of SNES Bowser Castle 3. I hope one gets remade soon. For me, it was easy to pick a least favorite N64 track, as there are two of them I really despise: Sherbet Land and Wario Stadium. That being said, Wario Stadium just barely beats out Sherbet Land due to its painfully boring and long layout, as well as the fact that it just used the circuit music, which I don't think fits the track. At least Sherbet Land shares music with only one other track, Frappe Snowland. The only cool part about Wario Stadium's design is the leap of faith, and even then, that's so far into the track. It's just so boring. If they bring this one back, it better be only 2 laps or even a section track instead of the full thing. Because I don't even think tricks will make it a more entertaining map. Honestly, it was a lot harder to pick out a favorite N64 track, as the game has so many standouts. That being said, I gotta go with Calamari Desert. While Koopa Troopa Beach and Moo Moo Farm are both great, I just enjoy the layout of Calamari Desert more. I also love that sometimes the train can be a big obstacle. I just wish they didn't turn it down in Mario Kart 7. I find the worst Super Circuit track to be Boo Lake without a doubt. I didn't really mention it all that much with Super Mario Kart, but I don't tend to like a lot of Haunted Mansion themed tracks, as I just don't like how they're designed gameplay-wise. And Boo Lake is no exception, as I don't like the music, and I find the layout boring. In fact, the music's the only thing keeping it lower than other boring tracks in the game like Peach Circuit and Snowland. Well, I will say, Broken Pier is actually a pretty good track, despite the fact that I don't really tend to like the spooky theme track. Same with Banshee Boardwalk and some later ones. On the other side of the spectrum is Sunset Lines. I adore the music, I adore the visuals, and I love the layout. Not only would I consider this my favorite track from Super Circuit, but I also think its league's better than any track in the original Mario Kart. Better than some 3D tracks. It's a shame it hasn't been brought back yet, especially with its visuals. Just see, I imagine its visuals in HD would be glorious. This one better come back real soon. to 3D with Double Dash, and it's time to talk trash again. I find it ironic that two games have a track named Sherbet Land, and in both games, Sherbet Land barely escapes being my least favorite. I just do not like Dry Desert. I find it boring, I find its music to be the weakest in Double Dash, and it even has one of the weakest music tracks in Mario Kart 8. Ironically, the only thing I find mildly interesting are the annoying obstacles like Pokies, the Sarlacc pit thing, and the Whirlwind, which sucks by the way. I also want to add to my script here, as I was recording the footage of this track, I was just wishing to be playing any other track in this game. Even other ones I don't like Sherbet Land and Baby Park. I'd rather have been playing that. Because at least they have something more interesting about them than, oh, wide open desert. Mushroom City is honestly one of my favorites, not just in this game, but in the franchise. This track has so many different paths to go, and racing alongside normal cars is always a treat. This track also looks awesome and has great music. Honestly, I don't know what there isn't to love. It even has some secret paths in it, which is a delight to discover. This track is long overdue for the retro treatment, especially since tracks like Dry Desert, Sherbet Land, and Baby Park have gotten them. In fact, Baby Park has gotten it twice. Oh well. Before I continue, it'd be great if you could comment, like, and subscribe. It'd mean a lot, and any interaction would be great, as I love responding to comments and seeing what people think. If this video gets a whopping 5 likes, I will do a part 2 in which I cover my least favorite and favorite retro tracks. I might even disqualify tracks that appear on this list to make it more interesting. Anyways, let's get back to some race tracks. Oddly enough, despite how many great tracks are in this game, it was easy to choose the least favorite course in Mario Kart DS. While I don't like Desert Hills or Figure 8 Circuit, I find both of them boring, Yoshi Falls is easily the weakest track, as not only is it a worse Baby Park is already in this game! Even Baby Park is more interesting in this track. Even Excite Bike Arena is more interesting in this track. This track is such a boring inclusion, and they really must have ran out of ideas after making 15 other tracks. I would love to say it was hard to pick a favorite course, but no matter how much I enjoy most of this game's tracks, I gotta go with Waluigi Pinball. Between the music and the colors and the layout itself, I find this map to be a blast. Although, I will give an honorable mention to Airship Fortress, as that is another incredible track in this game. Fortunately, I just like Waluigi Pinball more. Honestly, to me, it's crazy how good the nitro tracks are from Double Dash all the way through Mario Kart 7. All 4 of those games had amazing tracks. That being said, I just flat out despise Grumble Volcano, and I really can't place my finger on why. Before you say, yeah, good, that's why you don't like it. Well, I didn't play this track in Mario Kart Wii until this year, and almost always do great on this track in Mario Kart 8, so that's not why I don't like it. Even this footage, I did pretty decent, not grabbing a single item or something until like lap 2, and then I barely didn't get first. I got past the very end. That doesn't matter. I just don't care for the music and find all the gray and brown in this track unappealing. I don't really know what it is, but this is one of those tracks that whenever it comes up in random, I'm like, please, anything else. I was originally going to say Coconut Mall was my favorite track in this game. Despite me always having loved it in all the games it appears in, 7, 8, Wii. I actually think I like Moonview Highway more. This track is such a thrill to race on, and I love how windy the first half of the track is, and I love the giant expressway with the cars going all over the place in the second half. I really want this track to be in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. bound to appear over tracks like Rainbow Road, Mushroom Gorge, Ruby Cape, Maple Tree Way, and Toad's Factory. All of which are also 9 out of 10 tracks. Moonview Highway would definitely be my top pick in the entire franchise. That's not true. My second pick throughout the entire franchise for being in the DLC. While I do think Mario Kart 7 has an underrated track selection, it doesn't mean I love all the tracks. Well, I know a lot of people like Rosalina's Ice World, I just don't like it. I don't like the music, and the only visually appealing thing for me is the night sky. I just don't enjoy racing on this track nearly as much as any of the others in this game, and it's the only track in the Special Cup that I don't love. Rosalina deserves better. But I will say, out of all my least favorite tracks on this list, it is Rosalina's Ice World that gets me the least upset to have to play. As every track in Mario Kart 7, I don't think there's a bad track. I think at worst there are boring tracks. And I think Rosalina's Ice World is that much better than that. Those of you who have watched my DLC prediction probably saw this pick from a mile away, but 3DS Rainbow Road is my favorite track in the franchise. While I haven't mentioned Rainbow Road much on the list so far, they've all been in the top half of my track rankings, with this one clearly being no exception. While I do love Rock Mountain more than the average person, and I think the Woohoo tracks are incredible, this track defines what Rainbow Road can and should be. A winding road throughout the vastness of the cosmos, from the moons to the rings of a planet, and the glorious music. This track is incredible. And I do not play very well in this gameplay. I fell off a lot, because I am not used to how I recorded this footage. Unpopular opinion time! Mario Kart 8 has the weakest nitro track selection since Super Circuit. That being said, it has some absolute bangers, but that's not what I'm going to talk about here. Electrodrome is a culmination of every Mario Kart 8 track design philosophy that I hate except one. The biggest sin this track commits is that it gives the illusion of not being linear by splitting into two paths. Not only are these anti-grav paths the exact same, the whole, look, you're an anti-gravity now, pick a path and whoa, now the other path is above you! Gimmick is used in so many tracks in this game that pisses me off. Suicide Canyon and Twisted Mansion make me so mad because of the same reason, but at least they come earlier in the game. Besides that, I just find the track layout boring. The music is worse than other tracks that are bad in this game, like Ice Ice Outpost, and Redbone Dunes has pretty bopping music. Another beloved track that I don't really care for is Sunshine Airport. I know people love this track, and I'm not trying to get you all to suddenly hate Electrodrome and like all the tracks I mentioned here. I'm just not a fan of it myself, and I know a lot of people do like Electrodrome and Sunshine Airport and all that. I've never been too much of a fan myself. Mount Wario is one of my all-time favorite courses in the franchise. The music, the visuals, and the fact that I love section tracks all combined create a great experience. I also don't have much to say, as I think that this track genuinely does every aspect well, and I really hope that it comes back to Mario Kart 9, as it is a perfect track. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts on your favorite and least favorite tracks down below. I know that I didn't include Mario Kart Tour. It feels unfair to put it here when I haven't played all of its tracks. If I had to just go off of what I played, I like Remix Rainbow Road the least, as I always wish I was just playing SNES Rainbow Road or GBA Rainbow Road instead. And my favorite is probably Los Angeles Laps 3. LA Laps. Call them interchangeably, as I find it a blast to drive through like the stadium part. Anyways, like, those are my picks. Hopefully you like them. I imagine that you disagreed with at least one of my picks, which is okay. And I'd love to know where you disagreed, what you think it should have been instead. Anyways, have a great day. See you next time, YouTube.